Hi, my name is David Ruben. Today I'm going to talk about mutual consent divorce, which is a relatively new ground for divorce in Maryland. Ground for divorce means, how can I ask the court to get me a divorce? We used to have 2-year separation, 1-year voluntary separation. We don't have those anymore. Now we have what's called mutual consent divorce. What does mutual consent divorce mean? What it means is that if people in Maryland want to get divorced but usually can't afford, or for whatever reason can't separate from each other, and usually it's financial, Maryland law now with mutual consent allows them to get divorced, or it allows them to get divorced quickly. You don't have to be separated for more than a year. So you can actually get divorced if you're living together. You can get divorced if you've been separated for 1 month, if you go by way of mutual consent. Now, what are the elements? That's what we call it in the law. What are the elements of mutual consent? Well, first of all, you have to agree. It's called mutual consent. Both parties have to agree on things. So the number one element that's always been in the mutual consent law is you have to have what's called a written property settlement agreement. It's also called a separation agreement. You can call it whatever you want. It's called a divorce agreement. It's just an agreement, and it's in writing. And in that agreement, that can be prepared by you, or it can be prepared by an attorney like me, you have to set out what it is that you've agreed upon. And you've got to agree on everything in order to make it a mutual consent divorce. So what does that mean? Well, if you have children, you have to agree on custody and visitation and child support and things like that. If you have an alimony provision, meaning one of you is going to support the other one, you have to agree on that. A separation agreement is a document that's in writing that resolves all of those issues. So when you present yourself to the court, you say, hey, judge, we've agreed on everything. This is going to take 5 minutes. Please just stamp the divorce. And the judge says, okay, we're not going to make you wait a year anymore. We're going to let you do it while you're still living together. As recently as October 1 of 2018, you couldn't do mutual consent if you had children. Now, you can do mutual consent if you have children. So really, you can do mutual consent in any circumstance. So here are the elements. You've got to have a written separation agreement. You have to file the mutual consent with the court. The other party has to agree to it. You have to have an understanding of spousal support. And finally, when you file that paperwork with the court, neither one of you can contest it. So if you have this written agreement and one of you files for mutual consent and the other one says, no, I never wanted to sign that agreement in the first place, then you're not going to have a mutual consent divorce. Now, that agreement may still be binding and valid, and you might have to go along with it. You can't just automatically get rid of it, but you're not going to be able to do a quick mutual consent divorce. So this is the most common divorce in Maryland now, because people often say, I just want to get divorced right away. I got married in 2 days. I want to get divorced in 2 days. And if you can get that written agreement, like I said, which we can draft up for you, or you can do it on your own, you can go up to the courthouse. You're still going to have have a hearing. You literally can't go to the courthouse and get a mutual consent same day. It's going to take you a couple months, but it's much quicker than it used to be. So if you have any questions about mutual consent divorce, give me a call, email me, make an appointment, come in the office. I'll explain everything to you, and we'll be happy to take care of it for you. If you can't afford or you don't want to hire a lawyer, we'll lead you through the process and tell you how it works.